Hello, welcome back. We are here for week 35 of the All Things New devotion series. I'm Matt Parker. This is day 1, when the nations hear. Acts 2:11. We hear them declaring the magnificent acts of God in our own tongues. I love how the story of Pentecost begins with a sound from heaven. The room at a house in Jerusalem is filled with it, and it spills over into the streets. The disciples then begin to speak in other languages enabled by the Spirit. People have gathered in this place from all across the nations, and they hear the glorious words from God in their own languages. As you can imagine, the crowd was utterly amazed at not only the miracle of the languages, but the fact that the message they were hearing was no longer confined to one people or place. Acts 2 harkens all the way back to the story of Babel. There, humanity gathered to celebrate their own pride and sought to make a name for themselves. As a result, the languages were confused and humanity was scattered across the globe. Here in this passage, the language barriers handed down from God in Genesis are supernaturally erased through the power of the Spirit. Though Pentecost is special in its own right, it isn't detached from the larger story. Peter tells the crowd that this is the promised outpouring of the Spirit, that the crucified Jesus has been raised, exalted, and that he is the Lord and Messiah. This amazing event flows directly from the declared reign. The story of redemption has taken a huge leap forward. The nations are now hearing the good news. What human rebellion fractured at Babel, Pentecost has restored. God is gathering the nations under the lordship of Jesus, not because we finally figured it out, but because God has carried out his plan. What does Pentecost reveal about the size and the direction of God's mission? Where might your own vision of who needs to hear the good news be too small? Father, I am grateful that the nations have been redeemed. Thank you for your Spirit and making the good news known to people like me. Give me eyes to see the completeness of your mission and create in me a willing heart to fulfill my place in it. Fill me with your Spirit and make my life a faithful witness to Jesus. Amen.